Hello there, beautiful people. My name is Carol, the tarot reader, and welcome back. So today I'm going to do a video on how to do a one card spread, a one card reading, a one card draw. So if you're somebody who's trying to learn tarot, either you want to learn how to read for yourself or you want to learn how to read for others, then this video is for you because that is what you're practicing and learning how to do. So one card draw, let's talk about that. So there's really just two ways that I like going about doing one card draws. I like to either do a card of the day and figure out, like, I'll do, what's my day gonna look like, what's my card of the day, that kind of vibe. So I'll pull a card and then I'll look at the imagery and I'll try to figure out what's going on in the imagery, and then I'll look at the mood as well, like what kind of mood, what kind of vibe, what kind of setting. Is it during the daytime, is it at night, does it look foggy, does it look gloomy, like what does it feel like, does it feel happy, and also what's the theme of the card, and that tells you what's going on. And what I like to do, if I'm doing a card of the day, then I'll pull the card and I'll actually journal it out. And what I'll do is I'll just grab my notebook, and in my journal I'll put the date and I'll put the card that I pulled, and then I'll put the information, whatever it is that I understood from the card, what I felt from the card, or what I think the card is trying to tell me. And then I'll wait to the end of the day, and then I'll look at what I wrote, and I'll reflect on what actually happened. And then I'll write my notes on that. And over time, what will happen is that you'll end up building a relationship with the cards, because you'll get to learn the card, and then through time you end up building a relationship with that card, because you end up building kind of like memories in a way, because you'll associate it with your day and your time and how you spend your day and how you spend your time, and you'll reflect with the card and the imagery in that way. And then the other thing about it is that there's so much to be discovered in just one card, because there is a lot going on in one card if we really take the time to pay attention to it. Sometimes we want to pull a whole bunch of different cards, thinking that's going to be better because you're going to pull more information. But how do I say this? Sometimes, especially in the beginning, when we haven't learned how to read properly yet, then it's always best to learn how to read one card. Because if you learn how to read one card, then when you start adding different cards and different placements, it's going to start to make sense, because you'll learn how to read it. You won't get stuck. It'll be much more difficult to figure out how to make sense out of the three cards when you're learning in the beginning versus just figuring out and understanding one card. That way you don't get yourself so confused. And then the secondary way that I like to use the one card draw is just simply asking questions. Now, the way that I go about asking specific questions, I'm either looking for guidance or I'm looking for clarity for a situation. Like, what can I expect, for a job interview or something like that? Or what can no, let's stick with that. Um, let's say I had a job interview tomorrow. What can I expect for my job interview tomorrow? I don't have a job interview, but if I did, like, then the things I would do the same exact thing all over again. I would be looking at, what's happening in the imagery. What is the story telling you here? What are you looking at? Is there a person in there or is there not? What's the theme? And what by theme I mean, is it a wands, a cups, or a suits? What's the mood or the vibe? Is it happy? Is it sad? Is it like, oh, what's going on? Um, and that right there would tell you a lot to help you answer your questions. And not only that, what kind of advice does it have? Like, what's the guidance there? What are they trying to give you? Like, I'm gonna stick with this one. So if I were to say, what is my job interview for tomorrow gonna look like? I don't have a job interview tomorrow. However, if I did, I would say it's gonna be a tough fight, because I'm gonna be continuing on, because you see an individual here. She's literally standing her ground, and she's like in the midst of a battle, but the map is not her first rodeo and it's not her first battle, but she's not defeated. She's not laying down, she's still standing up, she's still fighting. So here the advice is continue on fighting in the good fight, and don't give up because you're almost there, because it's still a Knight of Wands. Now that would be the guidance or the advice that I would give for a question, for any question. And the advice that I would also want to give for questions, that I would suggest you um avoiding statements like, should I should I go left or should I go right? I don't know. um However, you can say, what can I expect if I go left? And then you pull that one card, and that one card will let you know, okay, if you go left, then your world can expand. Then and it's like, then that will give you better guidance and better clarity. So in the way that you ask questions, that matters as well. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope that helps you learn how to the importance of learning how to read one card spreads, because it could help you not only build relationships with the cards, it helps you learn the cards, it helps you discover what's going on with the cards, and it also teaches you how to read spreads in the future. Because in spreads, normally there's placements, like for example, past, present, or future. So if I'm looking at that placement, that's going to make a lot more sense to me when I'm reading it, whether I'm reading it individually or together, and then figuring out what the relationships within the cards. Um, it just helps you become a much better reader once you learn how to do the one card spreads. All right, I hope that helps, and I hope that helps you learn how to read, not only for yourself but for others, and it helps you on your tarot journey. All right, you have a good one. Bye.